Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here. We're at the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, home of Baxter Cycle, seller of new and used Royal Enfields, Triumphs, and vintage motorcycles of all type. But this is what we're here to look at today. Check this hot rod out. We've seen this bike a couple times already before. I just love everything about it. I love the red. I love the graphics. I love the pipe, AEW Hunter Pipe. Just a gorgeous add-on, and we're going to take it for a run. That's why we're here. We're going to see what that thing sounds like, see how it performs, see what difference it makes. This Hunter has had a set of engine guards added at the bottom, had this little windscreen added at the top. I just love the way it looks. I love the lines. Let's go through the specs right quick. 349cc single overhead cam, 9.5 to 1 compression, and of course it's got the wonderful Royal Enfield 5-speed transmission. Now look at the linkage on this one. The pegs are back farther. Anyway, kind of a nifty little thing there, isn't it? I just love the little details there. This particular motorcycle weighs 399 pounds with a full tank of fuel. It's 181 kilograms. Has a 3.5 gallon gas tank. That's about 13 liters. 3.5 gallons when you're getting 60-70 miles a gallon is a pretty good range. Ground clearance 5.9 inches, which is about 150 millimeters. Now this is the lowest of all of them. And the interesting thing about that ground clearance, if you notice, the frame stops here and picks up again here. So under the engine, other than this exhaust pipe, there is no frame. That's the lowest point, really. Let's get a good look at it here. And so that means the engine is sitting lower in the chassis, and the center of gravity is much lower on this particular motorcycle. Seat height is 31.1 inches at 790 millimeters, and the wheelbase 53.9 inches. That's 1,370 millimeters. That's the shortest of the wheelbase. The rotor on the front is a 300 millimeter fixed disc ABS dual pod Vibri, and the rear is a 270 millimeter single pod Vibri. Tires on this little smoker, 180 17s on the front, and on the rear it's a 140 70 17. And look at that tire. Isn't that just a neat looking tire? Very aggressive looking to my eye. Forks are 41 millimeter. Travel on the front is 5.1 inches. I like the fact that the forks are covered. They should always be covered, I believe. 5.1 inches is 130 millimeters. And the rear is supposed to be about 4 inches, which is 102 millimeters. So what's important about this, just quickly, like I said, we've seen these before. I love the grips on these. I love the levers on these, particularly on this one. Very good looking bike. I love this whole area right here. I love this line. Look at this. It flows in, comes around, back around this way. Just gorgeous, you know. Just kind of a nifty thing like that, you know. Beautiful. And I love the way they've done the side cover right here. Just really well done. I took one of these on a 100-mile ride. They had a pipe on it like this, different seat on it, and they put some knee pads on it, and it was really a lot of fun. I just had a black. I think they called that one the White Lightning. Enough talk. Let's go for a ride. Wahoo! I feel like a jet fighter pilot hopping on top of this thing. Check this out. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love that pipe. AEW pipe. AEW Hunter Pipe. Let's listen to that. Oh, I love it. I just love it. Okay, quick, the gauge. It has got an analog speedometer on the outside, a digital fuel gauge right there. It's got a gear indicator. It says 0 right now, a clock. And down here's the odometer, trip 1, or trip A in this case, and trip B. Isn't that amazing? Just a gorgeous looking thing. ABS light, neutral light. I think there's well, anyway, it's just gorgeous. Let's see what this thing does, okay? Wahoo! Oh, these things handle like a dream. That is the key thing. The 3 Royal Enfield 350s, this is the handling motorcycle for sure. That's what I would say. This is the one that is the most sporty. I mean, look at this. It's got the shortest wheelbase, 1,370 millimeters. I can't remember what that is. Wow, that is a good sound. Awesome sound. Let's do the spin test right now. We're going to cut it tight. Look at this, huh? I've done this several times on this bike. I love it, and I'm always amazed at how well this does. All the 350s do great, but this one really does well. Another rider. Hey, that was a 350 Classic military model. I love that pipe. AEW pipe. Baxter Cycle is the exclusive dealer in the United States for that. love the mighty Minitropolis in the morning. How's that sound, huh? Look at this, just spin around. Oh, I love the clutch on these. Not only is the clutch good, but the clutch lever itself is excellent. You know, I mean, it's just a dream to ride this bike. Seating position on this motorcycle is, you're leaning, okay, your feet are, it looks like about halfway between your buttocks and your knees. There's an acute angle with your knee right here. I've got a 30-inch inseam, 5'8", and I wouldn't say it was tight, but it's getting there. The handlebars are forward and down. You do definitely have to reach for them. Of all the bikes, this is the one where you sit the most aggressively. You lean forward on it, and I think that gives it that sporty feeling and a little bit of sporty handling. That pipe is amazing. I'm gonna rile the locals, aren't I? Let's do the spin test here on the hill. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Holy moly. This is the tightest turning one so far, guys. Tightest turning of all of them. If you're ever in Marnie, get yourself over here to the Derailed Grill. You get some good eats out of that place. I love the sound. You know, this thing has got plenty of power. Plenty of power for this kind of riding. Town riding, this thing's a real winner. I did take one of these on a 100-mile ride one day, and I just fell in love with it. It was so much fun. If you enjoy the tactile experience of riding a motorcycle, shifting gears, going through the power band, doing all those kind of things, this is a bike you will absolutely, it'll thrill you to the bone. It's just an amazing machine. Absolutely amazing machine. Moving this thing around, this is kind of a neat thing too. The thing about my Classic that really gets me, and it's the same thing with this bike, is how easy it is to move around in the garage. The garage, the parking lot, it's just so friendly and well behaved. And then from there, when you pick up speed, you pull away, you're driving around town. It's just phenomenal, phenomenal. And of course, this is a little more sporty than my, hey, the roads are a little wet here, let's be careful, than my Classic. Quite a bit more sporty, actually, more aggressive seating. And then on the highway, I told you I took one of these 100-mile ride. It was just a dream, just a dream. Yeah, I got to get back. We're going to have the whole neighborhood screaming at us. Just a screaming, just a screaming. Of course, we can't just do a normal, we got to do a spin test, right? Because what's life without spinning a motorcycle around in a circle? It really has good sound, and the torque is awesome. I really do think it does add a little bit. It certainly adds excitement. Let's do it again. Oh yeah, I love it. I just love it. And Baxter Cycle has all the accessories for this stuff in stock. Mufflers, this AEW exhaust, the everything you can imagine. Windscreens. They're putting bar end mirrors on this yet today. They're going to put a skid plate on the bottom. This already has the exhaust. I think we mentioned that already, and the fly screen. Just quite a machine. BaxterCycle.com if you're interested in any of those things. If you're interested in a motorcycle like this, a brand new or used Royal Enfield, Triumph, vintage bike of any type, get yourself down here to Marnie, Iowa. The mighty Minitropolis of Marnie, Iowa, home of Baxter Cycle. They can help you out. Ask for that guy right there in the orange shirt, Jeremy, or Mark, or Randy, or Amanda, and they will take good care of you. Tell them that Fuzzy Biker sent you. Now, if it's nice where you're at, get out there and ride, my friends. Wahoo! I love it.